Hey guys, going to do another really quick video. Sorry for the weird camera angle, but I'm going to do a really quick video on my hunting bag. Just the stuff that I take with me while I go out in the field hunting. Right now it's archery season. It's the end of October. So first of all, I'm just going to talk about the bag a little bit. I've had this bag for probably 8 years or so, maybe 10. If you're a fan of the show 24, this is the famous, infamous Jack Bauer bag. Made by a company called, I think it's pronounced Rothko. They make, it's all Chinese stuff. They make a lot of really cheap military reproduction surplus stuff. They make a lot of different reproduction field bags, but surprisingly, this bag is a super nice bag. I think I paid like $10 for it, something like that, at an Army surplus store. And I understand why the character Jack Bauer used it so much. It's held up really, really well. About 4 years ago, I did have to take it to a shoe repair shop, and had to reinforce a few spots on the shoulder straps that connect to the bag. But other than that, this thing has held up great. It's just got a Velcro flap. That's the only thing that could be improved upon, is it could have a little bit better closure. I think I'm going to end up rigging something on this. And then it's got two big pouches there. It's covered. It's got this little internal zipper pouch, and there's two side pouches as well that you use for water bottles and things. But really great, kind of traditional type bag. I used it as an EDC bag when I worked as armored truck guard. I carried various daily items, comfort items, food, snacks, water, trauma kit, spare ammo, things like that. But anyway, I've gotten really heavy into the traditional archery. I'm not using a lot of, so with my recurve, my wooden arrows, I'm just kind of wearing regular type clothes. I'm wearing a lot of wool, things of that nature, not getting a whole lot of fancy stuff. So I kind of just wanted to go traditional old school style, kind of like a haversack or a French tradesman's bag. So what I'm carrying on the inside, first off, let's go with, I've got water. Got some extra water here. I don't know, I usually have a stainless steel clean canteen 40-ounce water bottle. I don't know what I did with it. I've misplaced it. It's somewhere. So I just got this old water bottle and just a regular bottle of water in there. I've also got some food items. Got a few just Cliff Bars, something filling that I can put in my body, especially this time of year when it's chilly out. You want to make sure you have some calories in you. That way your metabolic system's burning calories, creating a little bit of internal warmth. Another thing I've been carrying, actually used them yesterday. These Hot Hands body warmers. They have a sticky backing on them. To what you do is you're supposed to stick them to a layer of your clothing when you're layered properly. So you stick it to your chest, your stomach, wherever you need to, and make sure you have another layer or two on top of that. Get a little bit extra heat. I also had it on the ground mat I was using, which was actually just an old cardboard box. Stuck on that to warm my butt a little bit. Got the through night headlamp that I just did a review on. And then I also have other stuff that I keep in my body I'll discuss too. Got just this nylon sack. It's came with a bunch of toolbox organizer bags, kind of keep in there for items I might find out in the woods I want to take, whether it's like wild edibles, things of that nature. And the inside pouch I use for, got it in an envelope, in a Ziploc baggie, my hunting license, and my my deer tag as well. You always want to keep those on you. You don't have those on you, you run a DNR in the woods, you're going to have a problem. So, and then I keep a pin in there as well. So that's pretty much it for the inner compartment. Oh, I take that back. One other thing. The butt out. I really don't want to discuss the details of what this does, but like I said, I'm deer hunting. It's called the butt out. Look it up on YouTube, and you'll see what it's used for. The only reason I got this was a friend of mine who's a big deer hunter recommended it, said it made all the difference. So I got one. They're fairly inexpensive. So I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty details of that. So that's the inside. Now go to the outside here. So kind of knife heavy. 2 knives. And mostly carrying both of these so that way I can use them out in the field. And that way I can give you guys a better review video on them. So I got a Mora. Stainless steel companion knife. Blaze orange. And I've got my Condor bush lore that I did an unboxing of a few months ago. Done a little bit of stuff out in the woods with this so far. Really like it. My plan is I'll probably end up using the Mora to actually dress the deer and probably do some butchering as well. I'm going to process my own meat this year if I get one. Hopefully get one. And then another knife that I don't have pictured here, 2 knives actually, that I keep on my body, is I've been carrying the Rat 2 folder, Ontario Rat 2 folder, clipped in my inside pocket, which I'm also going to use that to process the game as well, kind of get an idea on how well that knife would do for game processing. And then I'm also carrying on belt pouch in my belt is my original Generation 1 Leatherman Wave knife. And the Bushman I carry on my belt too, and I keep the Mora in the bag. Then in this pouch here, when I find my Clean Canteen bottle, it will go in with this item. But got you can fit stuff in this fairly well. It stays in there. A GSI stainless steel mug, camping mug handle. It'd be good for if I ever put like a little fire out there. If I ever take a break, go back to my car, put a little fire, make something hot to drink, something hot to eat. Carry an empty shopping bag just for whatever I might need it for. Maybe taking out trash I make, anything like that, anything I can think of. I think I still have that coffee bar too that I got in the Alpaca box. Just threw it in there. And yes, I do take a thermos of coffee out there with me. It was wet and cold and windy yesterday. And I'll tell you what, a little bit of warm coffee went a long way. Other outside pouch. Got 50 feet of blaze orange paracord. Paracord has all kinds of uses everywhere in every environment, but especially out in the woods when you're out hunting. I can use this to cut a little strand off, tie it on a branch, something like that. Mark my way to a spot I want to set up a blind, something like that. That way I can find my way there easier, especially in the dark when I'm coming out. I can also use it to drag a deer out of the woods if I get one. Use it for anything. And then, probably most importantly, this is something that I'm really pushing other people I know that hunt and spend times out in the woods to carry with them. Is I got a trauma kit. This is in particular is an ITS trauma kit. This is their pouch they have made by, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the company. The name of the company escapes me. I apologize. They're out of Chicago, but fantastic piece of kit. A good overall individual trauma kit. So you got a pair of gloves, you got an Israeli bandage, you got a pair of Z-pack dressing. It's just gauze that's folded into a Z, so that way it compacts down. Got an ACE bandage, nasal pharyngeal airway, got a needle, chest decompression needle, a purpose-made chest decompression needle. Obviously, I'm not going to do that on myself. If I could use somebody else, since I have the training. Little roll of duct tape, combat quick clot gauze, halo chest seal. I should have put a few other things in there. Just got a package of petroleum gauze, which you can use as an occlusive dressing for an open chest wound as well. The halo chest seals do have 2 chest seals in the package, but just in case you need an extra one. And then I put an extra ABD just trauma pad in there. And it's got a freaking casualty triage card in there. Nothing that really has to be in there for the purposes of hunting. But this kit, I keep in my bag. I don't go anywhere without the bag, so the bag is always on me. Also got a Sharpie marker on the side there. So I can use on myself if I have to, if I get hurt, take a fall, spear myself with an arrow, anything that can happen out in the woods. And then a cat tourniquet. If you're not going to have anything, so if you're only going to have one first aid trauma item, I would probably say go with the tourniquet. There's I don't know his name off the top of my head. I'll try to maybe put a video link in it. This is a very famous celebrity hunter who has his own hunting show on one of the outdoorsman networks. About a month or so ago, a video came out. He was filming a hunt in Africa. He was spear hunting. He was out in the bush alone, and he was in a tree. I don't believe he was in a tree stand or anything. I'm not really sure how he was up there, but he fell out of the tree. I think he was getting down and got blown out by a gust of wind. When he fell, he speared himself in the leg. He wasn't following proper. I don't know exactly what he was doing, what he was thinking. He wasn't being safe with his weapon. Speared himself in his leg. Luckily, it missed the femoral artery, but it did cut some other blood vessels. He did bleed quite a bit. So he's out in the bush of Africa bleeding. So he can bleed to death, but you have also all these other predators that are going to smell this blood and want to come after him. And to make it worse, his phone and his radio were up in the tree. So nobody found him for several hours. He was luckily he was able to control the bleed enough to where he was able to stay conscious and not die. So if he would have had a kit like this on his person, which that's something I might change. I might end up putting this on my belt too. I probably should do that actually now that I'm talking about it. So that's all I carry in this bag right now. That might change here with the weather getting colder. I might put like an extra pair of gloves, an extra hat or something in there. But what's on me, on my body, again, I got the multi-tool. I've got my wallet, my keys, but then I carry handkerchief, cotton handkerchief, an extra pen, and then a notepad that I always carry, my field notes pad. That's actually about it. I also have a hatchet. I usually carry a hatchet in here as well. I took it out the other day, kind of pull a lot of weight in there, so I might change that to maybe stick in my belt, maybe not carry it at all. Something else I have on here too, I keep it attached to the bag, is my shooting glove for my bow, so I always know where it's at. Something I need to add this, I need to add a grunt call. I had one, I had it out the other day, and I had it around my neck, and when I was walking, one of the pieces fell off. I couldn't find it, so I need to get a new grunt call to stick in here. So that's my hunting satchel right now. kind of some items I really think you should carry with you when you go out in the field. So yeah, some of it's comfort items, some of it's safety stuff, some of it's stuff that's just going to make it easier to be out there. I don't believe, no matter what you do when you go hunting, short of like sitting in a heated duck blind, something ridiculous like that, to where you're really not in the weather as much, you're not going to be 100% comfortable. There's always going to be some discomfort there, and that's okay. I think that's kind of good for us to get uncomfortable outside the environment. But just to make it just a little easier, a little more comfortable, a little more enjoyable. Something else that needs to go in there, which I ran out of yesterday, I need to make sure I put it in there again. Toilet paper. You don't want to be using leaves. That's not fun. So I recommend a whole roll of toilet paper. I only had a quarter roll, and that barely cut it. So whole roll of toilet paper in that son of a bitch. Okay? So this is Smoky Medic, showing off a little bit of my hunting gear for this year. If I change it or add stuff to it, or if you have any suggestions and stuff to add to it, please, by all means, leave it in the comment box, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.